when you're setting up to the ball, how do you know if you're setting up consistently every time?
I guess I don't. I really just go by that line on top of the ball.
Okay.
And then I try and set myself up square to that.
Okay.
Or slightly open, I guess. I like to have my feet slightly open.
Slightly open.
Yeah,
As far as your body position, do you feel like you're consistent there, or
it's not really something I've thought of, to be honest.
never really thought of it?
I just like to. I'm so focused on the whole that I don't know. Some of that stuff slips my mind, I guess.
Okay. So let's work on a little bit of more of a consistent setup routine. So I like what you're doing behind the ball with your practice strokes. What I'd like to see you do is when you're setting up to the ball, have a routine there as well. Kind of like what I like to do to make sure I'm setting up the same way every time. I like to let my arm kind of hang down. I'll pat myself on the leg and see where my hand is setting up, just so I know if I'm too far down, too far up. So I kind of have that spot set in my mind where I'm supposed to be, and then I set up from there.
Okay.
So let's have you try that and see how that works for you.
Okay.
As far as is instead of coming out here, if we have a long carry, and instead of trying to take a big swing and power it all the way there, I want to see you take something lower lofted. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to hit a 9-iron. I'm going to do pretty much the same exact setup that I would for a normal bunker shot, but with that less loft, it's going to come out much lower and roll out a lot further. So we don't have to take quite as big of a swing if we're trying to hit a 60-degree wedge all the way to a longer pin, okay?
Right.
So you're just going to set up just like you normally would, open stance. And I mean, even with that club face open, you can see how much less loft I have.
Yeah.
So then just hit a normal bunker shot, okay? All right, last thing I want to see you do is the toe up drill. Toe up to toe up.
Okay.
Okay? I'll demonstrate it for you here quick.
Please do.
So since we want that club face to be a little bit more open at impact, instead of coming all the way through and having that club completely toe up, I want to see it just slightly more open, okay? That means we're just going to hold that release off a little bit more, as opposed to getting that hand, all those hands all the way turned through and hitting that draw. Okay, so it'll just be bring it back,